I really understood like the importance of rest until reading Leviticus. I think this chapter really did a good job of highlighting how important it is for us to actually have physical rest. Like the fact that not only did the people rest, but the land also rest, the animals rest. So I just think rest is so important. We see that even with God, like on the seventh day, like he rests. So I definitely think rest is super important for us. The Bible even tells us that our body is the temple. So like, why wouldn't we prioritize resting? I think that for me personally, a lot of people know my testimony where I quit my job. And I don't think I recognized or realized how tired I was physically until I did. And I just slept like for days. My body just slept. And so a lot of us are physically tired. And then the only way that you can really replenish yourself is just by resting.
That sounds so nice. That sounds so great.
It was great until it wasn't great. But yeah, like your body physically needs rest. And I think spiritual rest is something that I'm learning now as I'm becoming more bold in my faith and saying yes to assignments. I think reading Revelation 2, where the Holy Spirit goes to this church in Ephesus, and the Holy Spirit is commending Ephesus for all these good works. Like they're like you've been persevering, you've been enduring, you've been doing all of these things for me, but there's this one thing I have against you, and that one thing is that you've abandoned your first love. So when I think about spiritual rest, I think about it from the perspective about, I've always said this, you can either work for God or you can work with God. A lot of times we work for God and not with God. And I think that there's a huge difference, because when you are working with him, you are literally working side by side. Like it is you and him. He says that in our weakness, that's when his strength is made perfect. So a lot of times we get spiritually burnt out because we're doing all these assignments and we think that we're doing them for God, but we're not allowing our love for God to really replenish us and give us energy. So this idea of spiritual rest for me is very important, because sometimes I have to stop and ask myself, like, wait, if I'm feeling so fatigued, like, have I left God out of this, or the love of God out of this?